Yeah. So, hello, friends. Good day to all of you. And I hope all of you are safe and good in health. And my name is Avinash Chandrakhalia, and I'm very excited to be here today. So, I'm pleased and very thankful to GT Academy for giving me opportunity to lead for the sustainability management course. And I'm passionate for the sustainability, and from last 5 to 7 years I'm working on this subject, and I would like to inspire all of you for developing sustainable world. In this course you are going to learn about mega trends and compliances strategies, methodologies, and some examples with the practical approach. So please note that in the next 10 years we are going to talk about sustainable business and the rapid growth. So, world is now growing for the sustainability, and most of the industries across the world they are looking for the sustainable professionals. So, all the developed and developing countries has to reduce their carbon footprints as per the commitments in the Kyoto Protocol, and they are targeting for the net zero emissions. And there is a fantastic opportunity for the professionals, students, faculty, consultants to shape the vision of the country and the entire industry. So this course will give you a big takeaway and experience, and I'm 100% sure that this will give you a clear concept to understand the sustainability in a bigger way, or like a micro level, or like a macro level. So I will try to explain each and every indicators in this course. Donna, I will request you to go for the slides.
All right, so we can begin. All right, first of all, as Avinash mentioned, welcome to all who have joined us today. So, when we begin, I'd like to tell you a bit about who we are and what we do. All right, so for that, first about Green Tree as a company, what do we do, and all right. First of all, Green Tree was first started in 2009, and over the years, our company has provided the following services in terms of advisory services, sustainable design and implementation, products and solutions, and skill development. Within the skill development sector, we have created Green Tree Global. Green Tree Global's GT Academy. Now, this GT Academy provides courses and a lot of trainings in terms of sustainability and all that is required in the environmental sector. So under the academy, we provide cutting edge courses. We try to make all our participants industry ready. We give them as much opportunities in terms of placements and internships, and also the models that we develop make you very comfortable in your learning environment, and we provide the needed experience in terms of getting industry ready. So when you take a course with GT Academy, you will go through the course through the following stages. First, we'll begin with the registration of the course. Secondly, you will attend all the lectures that have been provided to you. You pass all the quizzes and you submit all your lecture feedbacks and givings as the lecture suggests. Then we move on to an assessment. And once an assessment is completed, your course will be completed and a certificate will be awarded. On that note, I'd like to introduce our speaker for today, Mr. Avinash Talia. Now, Ms. Talia has about 20 years, more than 20 years of experience in engineering and consulting, centered on assessment, auditing, design, and implementation of business sustainability, energy, water, carbon and sustainability management solutions for a broad range of industrial and corporate clients operating across commercial, industrial, and manufacturing sectors. He has managed projects for mass manufacturing factories, sustainability practices at mega industries, air compressors, solar energy, renewable energy, furnaces, storm water, lighting, and smart buildings. He's also conducted energy and water audits and delivered M&V plans and energy efficiency projects, working with a broad range of operations and corporate sectors. On that note, Mr. Dalia, I would like to hand over to you. Welcome.
Right. Thank you, Donna. And I will request you for the next slide. So as we have, seen a lot of examples, and we have seen a lot of things in the Google and various studies about the sustainability. First, we need to understand the concept sustainability is mega trend, and most of the industries are working for the sustainable business. So before going to the sustainable business and the environment, social and governance part, I'm just taking an example from the Morgan Stanley research that if you have invested a $1 in 1994, and the company is only focusing on the profit making, and there is a span of 1994 and 2014, and we have seen a tremendous growth about $1 to $14. Can you please go for the second slide? Yeah. So this industry, there's an example from the Morgan Stanley that in 1994, if you have invested $1 and in 2014 you get only $14.46. So as per their performances and their focus on only profit making, and if there is any organization who is working on environment, social and governance part together, so they have achieved just double to this amount. Can we see the next slide, please? So there is a drastic change. You can see that from 1994, if you have invested in a sustainable company who is declaring the people, profit, planet, and like environment, social and governance part, so they have achieved just double amount from their investment. So it is the clear indicating that the focus on the industry is not only to make the profit, but also to protect the environment and develop the people. Can you please go for the next slide? So what we are expecting from this course is a precise and concise for every kind of professional, consultant, students, and different kind of people who have the interest to understand the sustainability in very simple manner. And we have prepared the 5 modules. In the module 1, we are talking about the sustainability and the business case for adoption. And we in the module 2, we are talking about the global and local legislation for sustainability and greenhouse gas emissions. And module 3, we are talking about the sustainability strategy, most widely used standards, environment, social and governance ratings, and circular economy, and the importance of the sustainability in supply chain, and the carbon reduction strategies. And in the module 5, we are talking about the sustainability reporting based on the GRI. GRI is the Global Reporting Initiative. In 2017, GRI introduced the standards. Before that, it was only guidelines like GRI 2, GRI 3, and then GRI 4 came. Then they have upgraded from guideline to the standards now. And we will talk about the EAC guidelines and how to communicate effectively and the future trends. So we have prepared this course in such a way that you can understand the sustainability with the particular lens of industry and the experience of various sectors and the experts their particular analysis, and we'll share some of the tools and techniques, and we'll share the calculation methodology in which you will learn how the sustainability and sustainable business is going to adopt in various countries like developing countries and developed countries. Donna, can you please go for the next slide? So if you look at this map, it is talking about the business sustainability. And in late 1980s, there was no maturity of the sustainable business concept. There was philanthropy, and most of the people like to talk about the social contribution and the investment on developing people. In 1990s, some of the industries, they have shown interest to invest on the community and engage them for developing for the improvement of the industry practices. Later on, corporate social responsibility was introduced. That was the single issue managed by the team on the edge of the business for 4,000 companies. So if you look at the business responsibility requirement as per the SEBI guidelines, the Stock Exchange Board of India, that after profit of the tax, you have to contribute 2% for the corporate social responsibilities and engaging people and investment on developing the heredities. So these were the part of like year 2001 or up to 2015. They worked very well. Now, next there was a plan A introduced to focus on the sustainable development issues that the most of the companies, Walmart, Unilever, Nike, and McDonald's, IKEA, Mars, they have adopted the particular plan A to change like a cultural change. Then after this, there was introduction of integration approach of sustainability, that all the employees are hungry to use the sustainability to drive commercial success, save money, improve productivity, and differentiate products, motivate people, and develop new business opportunity. So integration started like ISO 9001 2015 was introduced to create integrated approach for the quality management system, occupational health and safety, and environment management system, energy management system. Similarly, the sustainable at the macro level and the micro level was integrated to see the particular issues, material issues, and the business challenges and the risk. So later on, in the next 10 years, which I was talking about the introduction part, that new thinking is coming up for the sustainable business, and this sustainable business will play a significant role for the zero carbon, closed loop, sustainable natural resources, and value added for people. So the area of net zero emission and the waste minimization and new technologies will be introduced so that everybody will focus and talk about a sustainable business. If any company is talking about that I am the sustainable, so they have to declare, they have to disclose the environmental part and social part and the governance part. They don't have to focus on profit making and not to take care of the environment and the profit. So new strategies and new technologies are coming up, and most of the professionals, students and consultants are focusing on sustainability. So that would be a big drive, or you can say a trigger for like a change in industry or industrial sector, which will help to the young people in India and other countries, that how we can improve the practices in industry, how we can minimize the waste, and how we can understand the compliance part, because year on year the strict regulations are coming up, and they are enforced. So in my course you will learn the strict regulations, the corporate governance part, and the issues related to the industry practices. So it will be very interesting, and you will learn a lot of things in the course. Can you please go to the next slide? So these are the Sustainable Development Goals introduced by UNGC, United Global Corporation. And these 17 sustainable goals are mandatory from 2015 to 2030. So every industry and every country is participating on these 17 sustainable goals. Apart from the people, profit, planet, they are contributing in these 17 goals. Whatever the best possible indicator they have collected in their industry, like ITC is producing a different type of product, and Tata is producing different type of product. So they will choose out of 17 which is more suitable, or they will define the particular key performance indicator, or the area of interest in which they can contribute in better way, and they can declare their indicator, their performance for the next 5 years or next 10 years. So that will be kind of a short-term goal, medium-term goal, or long-term goal from the sustainable development goals. So it will be very interesting, and I have a very nice video in this course, and I have explanation one by one to understand and how to interpret each and every indicator for the particular subject. So yeah, can you please go for the next slide? So in the first module, I'm going to talk about the sustainability, triple bottom line, and environment, social, and governance concept. So sustainability itself is a big umbrella which is covering the entire part of any organization, any country, any industry. So we'll start from innovation, we'll start from the product design, and then it goes for the processing, and then it goes for the waste collection and recycling, and then it goes for the against supply chain, and then it goes for the next level of the particular recycling of the product. So you will learn how the product is moving from the cycle to cycle, and it's like a product life cycle, and you will understand how the product is moving from the different stages, and different type of waste is produced, and their impact on the particular environment is monitored and recorded and declared. So you will learn the particular practice, and you will learn the risk assessment from the sustainability, and how we are giving disclosures from the different industries. And we have some examples like Tata, Mahindra. So we'll share some of the examples in this course, and it will help you in understanding the practices of big industries, and there will be a business case for the sustainability risk, and some case studies will give you a brief idea about understanding the sustainability, how sustainability works, and how it gives the impact on the stakeholders. So there will be another step-by-step methodology to integrate sustainability and maximize the value creation. Because when we are talking about the sustainability, we are talking about the brand building. We are talking about the sustainable future. We have seen a lot of industries. They introduce their self. They have not focused on the brand building. They have not focused on the long-term goal. So sometimes they face the the particular downfall, or they have no particular capability to maintain or sustain the business for longer term. So we learn the entire scenario, and this subject is new to various industries and various educational institute. So it will be very interesting. We'll explain in each and every module with a lot of examples in developing countries and the developed countries. Can you please go for the next module? In the second module, I'm going to talk about the Sustainable Development Goals and how we are interpreting the 17 sustainable goals with the industry practices and at the international level, and what kind of the goal of the UNGC for the next 15 years. Because before 2015, the Sustainable Development Goals were considered as the Millennium Development Goals, MDG. Now, from 2015, they have upgraded as the Sustainable Development Goals up to 2030, and after 2030 there will be another kind of development goals which will give you the direction for next level of strategy. And in this module we learn about the local legislation regulations for greenhouse gas emissions and sustainability. The greenhouse gas emission, we consider the scope 1 emission, scope 2 emission, and scope 3 emission. If scope 1 emission is talking about your fuels, your the consumption of various other chemicals, which is related to the emission part, and the waste produced, and the scope 2 emission is related to your electrical consumption, and scope 3 emission is covering the big picture, in which we cover the transportation part, we cover the employees commute, and various other indicators. Actually, scope 3 emission is very big, and it has a number of indicators compared to scope 1 and scope 2. So it's directly and indirectly impacting the entire greenhouse gas. So we'll learn the particular context, and we'll understand how the greenhouse gas emissions are calculated and how the local and legislation and regulations are impacting the business of any industry or organization. And in the COP21 and 2020 of the UN Climate Change Conference, we'll talk about the Kyoto Protocol in this conference of party in 2021 uh, is talking about the rules and guidelines from the Kyoto Protocol and some of the enforcement to the industries and the countries. And there is a cluster of information in which the industries and are enforced to minimize the particular emissions and the consumption of their natural resources. So we learn from this climate change conference of COP21 and 2020. Can you please go for the next slide? So in this module, we are going to talk about the importance of the stakeholders because in any organization, it starts from the research and development, enterprise risk management, production or operations, and human resource, board of directors, and the suppliers and other parties. So we will understand what are the importance of the stakeholders and how we engage uh, uh, on the platform of the sustainability and how we organize a particular survey with the help of the stakeholders and how a particular strategy for the long term, medium term, and short term goal is organized. So we learn the how to create the strategy and how we are engaging the stakeholders, and there will be exercise for identifying the organizational stakeholders and corporate risk. And there will be a case study in which I will share some of the examples, real examples that will help you understanding which are the important and critical parameters or which can be a threat to the business if we have identified the particular risk, corporate risk. So you can start working on by making an action plan, and we can distribute this action plan to the respective team members or the sustainability champions that they have to take care of these key performance indicator for minimizing the impact on the business. So these are very important indicators to understand the engagement of the stakeholders. Then we'll talk about the exercise on the social impact, how the stakeholders and the societies are interlinked and connected, and how the social part is impacted from the organization, because employees and other third party and auditors are also connected with the particular organization. They are impacted with the various industry practices and organizations guidelines, policies, and rules. So we'll see some of the examples from the social impact, and we'll learn the importance of the environment social governance part. And in the end, we'll see the CSR hub, that's the corporate social responsibility, and MSCI, which is the Morgan Stanley Capital International concept, which help you to uh, the context of sustainability in the form of cost optimization, in the form of understanding the financial part of sustainability. And Dow Jones Sustainability Index, actually, I participated in the Dow Jones Sustainability Index at the international level. This DJSI invite is a like a particular assessing body which invite the world's best company and in the different categories. And these industries are offered to declare their environment, social, and governance part. And I also I got the opportunity to participate in this, and I learned a lot of things how the international practices works from the DJSI, the the particular requirement. So we ranked number 7 in the DJSI under the consumer goods category, and it was a great experience. Now, in the fourth module, we will talk about the circular economy and the importance of sustainability. So, in this subject, we'll see the circular economy and the different case studies, global plastic elimination progress, e-waste management, sustainability and supply chain, and carbon reduction strategies, life cycle assessment, and carbon disclosure projects. So, this will be a very exhaustive exercise, and you will learn various phases because e-waste management and the plastic waste management are playing significant role, and how to get the replacement of the plastic and how to minimize the e-waste management that is big challenge for the industry. And if you see that everybody has a mobile, that is a part of the e-waste management, computer, laptop, everything is the e-waste. So there is a limitation of use of the particular gadget, and after the particular time period, you have to send it for the e-waste compliances. So it's a very interesting subject, and we learn how the industries and countries playing significant role to eliminate the plastic. And some of the states in India, they have played a significant role to eliminate or replace with the environment friendly or organic plastic. So we learn a lot of examples from that subject, and supply chain, how the supply chain is interlinked with the sustainability practices. That will be also a very interesting section. And yes, can you please for the next slide? So in this module, we learn the sustainability report creation. So sustainability report creation is referred from the standard GRI. So you will learn the different standards and the reporting trends and materiality exercise. And in the materiality exercise, you will learn which are the important and critical material issues for the organization. So this materiality exercise is the result of, or you can say, resultant of the entire stakeholders survey, and you can get the particular outcome from this materiality. So the new GRI standard, which I mentioned earlier, that how the guidelines GRI 2, 3, 4, now it is converted to the GRI standard, and we learn various practices from the GRI, and we'll see most of the industries in in India and other countries, they have adopted the GRI standard. They have declared the people, profit, planet, their declaration in the sustainability report, and we'll see the good practices for the sustainability report communication and external assurance. Like so many third-party assurance companies are there, KPMG, DNVGL, and other third-party assurance companies. They are assuring the sustainability reporting, and we'll see the case studies and some exercise understanding the reporting, and we'll talk about the integrated reporting and SASB and sustainability trends. So in integrated reporting, we learn the best practices. It's a new and it's an integration of the sustainability and GRI standard. In the integrated reporting, there are 6 capitals, and these 6 capitals are giving a shape of particular organization in different way compared to the GRI standards. So it's also the part of sustainability, and we'll learn about the 6 capitals, and we'll see the sustainability trends. Can you please go to the next slide? So thank you very much for the participation. And Donna, please.
Thank you so much, Avinashji. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. You thoroughly explained to us exactly what we should expect through this entire course. So now with regards to the fees for all participants applying from India, for professionals will be rupees 6,000 and for students will be rupees 3,000. For participants who will be applying from any other country other than India, you will be paying around 100 US dollars. All right. So if you have any questions, please feel free to write to us to training@greentree.global. We have a few questions that were submitted to us. So I would like to ask Avinash ji to answer those said questions. All right. So I will just read out the questions. First question is, will the course be time limited? So I will answer that question. The course will be on a recorded platform. So no, it will not be time specific. You
Yes.
will be able to do it at a time of your leisure and convenience. That is one thing. Another question was asked. What will this course actually do for us? Avinash, if you can take that one.
Yeah, this course actually, especially designed for the professionals, students, and young generation who is looking for the understanding the context of industry, because a lot of young boys who are interested to see the culture of industry, and they want to understand what's going on in the particular department. For some of the employees who are working in, for example, research and development, so they are not allowed to see what is going on in the legal department, what's going on in the marketing department, what's going on in the research and development. So many departments which are interlinked, and there are some strict regulation or strict policies are there from the organization. So in this course, they will learn the entire structure of the organization, and how the sustainability works, and how sustainability is interlinked. If you are understanding the context of sustainability, you will learn the different departments, their way of working, and the importance of the particular subject or the particular department. So you will learn a lot of things from the sustainability practice, because it's a big umbrella and everything is covered. Even the third party, like any auditor is coming up, is a part of sustainability, and anything else, whatever is going on in the particular organization under the boundary or out of the boundary, is a part of this entire subject. So you will learn a lot of things related to the context of the sustainability. I'm able to explain the answer.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And then the last question that was asked is, by when will this course be ready to take? So the course launch date has been scheduled to be on the 12th of December. The course will be available from then. On that note, we have reached the end of the questions that were submitted to us. If there are any more questions, please feel free to write to us. As I mentioned, at training@greentree.global, we'll be more than happy to address all your questions. On that note, I'd like to thank Mr. Dalia for his time and dedication, for telling us exactly what to expect from this course. And we look forward to seeing a lot of y'all for these courses. All right. On that note, you have a good day, and you stay home and you stay safe.